Welcome guys. On this video I'll be talking about abstract algebra, and the basic aspect of abstract algebra that I will be talking about this night is reflexive property. I don't know how long this will take, but let's get to the topic. Reflexive property. When we are dealing with sets, I know that many people have knowledge about sets and what is called Cartesian product. For example, let's say you have set E to contain element of 2, 3 and 8. Element of 2, 3 and 8. And you want to find the relations that this set can have. Now, using the knowledge of Cayley tables, if you have not watched the video on Cayley tables, please do so. Using the knowledge of Cayley tables and Cartesian product table, we want to find the relations of 2, 3 and what? And 8. So I'm going to draw the table now. So from here 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 8, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 8, 8, 2, 8, 3, 8, 8. These are the relations that we can have on the set E. Now, having known the relation that we can have on set E, we want to talk about the reflexive property. Do not forget that when we are talking about reflexive property, we are talking about the aspect of or abstract algebra. And for any set to be equivalent, it must have three properties, which are reflexive, symmetry and transitivity. Now I'm going to talk about the reflexive property. Before we go to the main definition, let's list the relations that we have. Let's call it relation R. Let's say R naught contain 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 8, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 8, 8, 2, 8, 3, 8, 8. These are the relation that we have. Now, when we are talking about the reflexive property, let's go to the definition of reflexive property. As we all know that in our relation, x is related to y. This is denoted as what? Relation of x and what? And y, which we can write in curly bracket as x comma y. Now, reflexive property definition now. Now, reflexive property simply means a set E has a reflexive property such that for all x in E, x is related to x is a member of relation. Now, let's get to example. Let's write out some relations. Now, we want to show which one of these R have a reflexive property. It is very simple. That is why I define reflexive property in a formal way so as for us to what? Understand. A set E has a reflexive property such that for all x in E, x related to x is a member of what? R. For all, note that statement, for all, which simply means all the elements in E must be related to each other. Now let's check for R1. Is R1 reflexive? If you pick yes, then I guess you are wrong. Let's check. 2 is related to what? Itself. 2 and 2, 3 and 3. I have two reasons to say that this is reflexive property, but 8 is not there, so this is not what? This is not reflexive. Let's go to the R2. 2 3, 3 3, 8 3. 3 3 is there, which simply means it is what? Reflexive. But 8 and 2 are not there, then it is what? Not reflexive. Let's go to R3. 8 3 8 8 is there, but 3 and 8 are not meant to be there. We're supposed to have 2 3 also, then we don't have them. This R3 is not reflexive. Let's check R4. Don't forget that we are making our progress with the definition that we have. For all, note that statement, for all x that is in what? E. And what are the x? 2 3 8. It must be related to what? Each other. Now let's take this R4. 2 2, 3 3, 8 8. You notice that it is being related to each other, then this one is reflexive, and obviously this R5 is not reflexive. So that is how to know when a particular set is reflexive or not reflexive. That is the basic explanation that I have on reflexive property. Thank you once again. Try to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm just starting my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. God bless you.